right. We already have a donation, okay. Um, let me get in here. I want to also have it over here, just in case. That's why I never know exactly what time I want to go live, because every time I try to start doing something, the dogs all start acting up, something happens, it takes me away from what I'm doing. And that's exactly what was just happening. It was like they all wanted to eat and do things, and I'm like, no, now you need to wait. So let me just do a little bit of this real quick and get my energy grounded. And thank you for your donation. What is Dan's intentions with me is the first one I'm going to do. So anybody like that hasn't been here, I haven't been here in a while. So I'm doing live readings on Monday nights. I have it set for 8 p.m. So hopefully I'll be able to do it on 8 p.m. And like I used to do, it's like the people who donate will obviously go to the top of the list. And I'm just going to try and see how many I can do while I'm here. So we're going to start off with this one because they already have it. Hello, Sherry. Thank you very much. Am I allowed to do something with that? Oh, yeah, I can like it. Wow. See, there's new stuff, all new stuff. Hello, the Past Finder. Hello, Paloma. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, so let me do, what is Dan's intentions with Sherry? What is Dan's intentions with Sherry? Did something flip? No. It didn't flip. It just has a different back. Just has a different back. What are Dan's Ooh, okay. So we have the Milky Way, which is about like networking, marketing, social media, publicity. I don't know if he's like, I feel like he could be looking at you online at this time. Why can't I get that? He could be looking at you, or he could want to expose, like he may want to, let me ask what else. What are his intentions for you? Because like I'm getting like mixed things. It's like he may just want to keep looking at you, or he may be wanting to like use you in a way of like expansion for himself. Like I don't know if you have like a social media following, or like you know people, because this is all about like fame and exposure and spotlight, social media. But I am getting like a mix of like he may just want to keep looking at you on social media, or he may want to like get to know the people that you know. Like he may have that intention. But we also have the Moose coming through, which is about being independent, time alone, attitude is everything, calm, cool, and collective. And I feel like with this, it may be saying like the more that you're cool, calm, and collected, the more that you're pulled back, the more that you're like just, you know, independent and not really worried about what he's doing and where he is and all of that. I feel like that's going to make him want to come towards you more. Men usually like somebody that they can like pursue, you know, they want to come after you. And I feel like your attitude is everything within this right now. Like if you want him to pursue you, I don't know what the hell that is with the social media stuff. And then we have standalone government. Like I really feel like right now he's pulled back. Like he's just like pulled back. And I feel like the more that you pull yourself back, that's going to help, because that's what like happens in these connections with people is the like your mirrors, right? And like the masculines usually are the runners, but the feminines, if you start going in the opposite direction, it pulls that magnet in the other way, right? So if you've been thinking about them, looking at their social media, you've been wanting something out of him, I feel like the more that you pull back, the more it will pull him out of this energy. Because I feel like right now he's standing back. Like I feel like he's just kind of not doing too much. Yeah, and then we have this too. And this is funny because when one of the cards flipped, I thought it was this card, but it's not. And it's like public venues, crowds, audience, party, meetings, events, like outdoor community, like, you know. And when I thought that it was this, that's why I was like, ooh, like I thought that this card was coming out. I feel like he may want to take you out to meet people, or he might want to get to know. I'm really like torn on this. I feel like he's standing on his own right now, and I feel like he does want to get to know people. Like he does want a community. I feel like he's confused about this too. Like I feel like he pulls himself back. He holds himself back. Maybe I should ask her his feelings. Yes, thank you. I have been. We see each other at a company meeting. Okay, so this makes sense because I'm like, what the hell is this? So I feel like he does like you. He does like seeing you. He does like connecting with you. I feel like he might think that you might be able to help him to expand himself more or grow his community or do better in business. But also that he is kind of like standing off on his own. Like he's not necessarily pursuing you at this time. And the more that you're holding back, the more that he's gonna want to pursue you. We see each other at the, I meant to see a community meeting. We see each other at a company meeting. I meant to see, I don't know what that one is. I don't know what you're saying there. So what are his feelings towards you? Let me ask that. What are his feelings towards you? What are his feelings towards you? I feel like he's very much in his mind at this time. But I feel like he's very like logical about stuff. Like, can you help me to get better? Can you like progress my career? Can you know what I mean? Like, and it's nothing like wrong with that per se. I just feel like when it comes to like, he's very cold and objective. Like, he's hardworking, he's reserved, he's helpful, conscientious, and responsible. We see each other at a community meeting. Okay, so like when he sees you, I feel like he is kind of thinking in terms of like his career and stuff like that. When I ask about his feelings, I did get illness, fatigue, stress, anxiety, worry. So he may be really stressed out about money, or he may be really stressed out about his like purpose in his career and how he can get moving forward. He may look at you as an opportunity to expand himself. I feel like he's almost cut off from his emotions because he's like, it's like I think it could also just be the work environment too, where he's not thinking on those terms as much as you may be. Like, I kind of like this guy. Like, he may also be one of those rule followers that's like, we're not supposed to fraternize with each other, we're not supposed to date each other, you know. I don't know if they have those rules where you are, but I feel like he's kind of like, he kind of almost feels like almost like nerdy about it, like just timid. Like, I think he may feel like you could help bring him out of his timidness or out of his like left side, which most men think on the left side. They're very logical. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. I feel like you would help to balance that within him, but it's almost like he needs a slap in the face to even recognize that that's a possibility. So true. Okay. Yeah. Cause like, I think he's just clueless. It's not that he doesn't like you or that he like isn't attracted to you. I think he's just kind of goofy. He could even have like a little bit of like autistic tendencies or ADHD tendencies, because sometimes like I've been like that, like in the past, where it was like I didn't really know things, you know what I mean? Like, it took me a long time to really study and understand human behavior and be like, oh, that's like flirting. That's not just like work talk, you know? Oh, that person likes you. So I feel like he's trying to become more mature. Let me see what he says out of like one of the feeling decks or out of this. What are his intentions? How is he feeling? We have, I will open up more and more, I promise. Nights are the worst for me. So I feel like at the end of the day, when he's like not around you and he's not at work and he's not like bombarded by logical bullshit, that's when he starts to think about you more. And he starts thinking about his feelings. But I feel like he has closed down his feelings and he's kind of just like afraid of love. Like, love scares the shit out of him, but he does want it. And he does say, I want you right now, where are you? So again, I think it's like when he's by himself and there's no stimulation and there's nothing else going on, he does think about, like, you know, about you. But when it comes to, and then this is interesting too, because I saw, I've had a spiritual awakening since I met you, and now this one says, I've awoken because of our love and have sought guidance for a path. So that could be part of it too, is that he's like awakening. He's going through like, you know, new stuff, new understanding. He says, you are just perfect. I'm sorry I keep messing up. I'm so confused. I don't know what to do. Please help me out. So I don't know if you've ever tried to get him to like go on like, I don't know if you flirted with him or if you, sometimes like we think we're flirting with the people or we think we're really obvious with people. We're not. And I feel like he might need you to be a little bit more forward if you haven't been at all. And if you have been, I don't know, have you told him, like, have you flirted with him? Have you talked to him more than just like on the work level? Because I feel like you guys might just be missing out on an opportunity here. I catch myself imagining our lives lived together and how it would all work out. I know you would treat me like a king. So, I don't know if you've ever tried to like be like, have you tried to get him to be like flirty or ask you out or anything like that? What's going on with this guy and these people? Angel of Love is here. He knows exactly how I feel about him. Okay, so he's just maybe awkward when it comes to actually pursuing it, and maybe he's been hurt before. What's wrong with this guy? Yeah, I think he's also going through an awakening with the sixth chakra. That's like the third eye. I feel like he is going through an awakening right now. And that can also make us want to kind of be like left alone or try to figure shit out. There's also hostilities here. So he may have leftover shit that's happened to him, attachments from past lovers, people that have burned him. His parents may have fucked him up a little bit. So he doesn't speak his truth. I think he holds back a lot. But I feel like you do have the ability to bring balance to him, to help him open up the door to personal healing. But I am getting that he might have financial constraints and also be just trying to be like, what's the best path for me? You know, he feels all tied up in a lot of different ways. So I don't think it's that he doesn't like you or he doesn't care about you. I think he's just kind of weird. I feel like he's just a little weird. So just keep working on yourself and pulling yourself back. You know, just keep doing what you're doing. Like, he knows how you feel. Pull yourself back. Let that energy shift, like I said in the beginning. Like, try not to pursue him too much. Try not to think about him, like, because your energy impacts stuff. So if you're thinking about him, looking at his social media, like wondering about him all the time, which I know is hard if you're working with him, really try to pull that back and like get him to reverse that energy. And also, he may just have a lot of issues right now that are keeping him from this. Like, men don't want to have a girlfriend if they don't feel like they can provide for themselves, never mind take you out or do anything with you. He's been hurt very badly before, and he's afraid of the damage that you could do. He says, to have you and lose you would be my undoing. And I do like you and I want to spend time with you, but, you know, he's having a hard time at this time. But he does, again, imagine living a life with you. So just pull back and let him do that. I feel like he's got some shit that he's got to break free on his side. So thank you. Hello, Chris. How are you? Let me go back up here. So that was for Sherry. Now I have, hi, Bridget. What can I expect in my love life, please? All right, so let's see what's going on for Siobhan or Shavzox. Shavzox. And I will come to other people too in between these. I know I just want to give everybody, I'm going to try to do as best as I can, okay? And I'll be back every Monday night for these. So what can you expect in your love life? We have the raccoon coming through with like problem solver, adaptable, entrepreneur, resourceful, clever. So I feel like this may be a time, and it's 17 as well. So 17 has been very significant over the past like week. All the readings I've been doing on Patreon, we've been seeing a lot of victory coming through, right? And I was like, and 17 in this deck, like 17 isn't victory. What is it? There's another thing in here, but every time I see 17 in this deck, yeah, because 28 is victory, but the 17 is, I think, action. And every time I see 17 sent, like, I did a reading and I was like, oh, blah, 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 and 17 was in it. And I was like, let me look up what 17 means. And like the spiritual meaning of 17 was fucking victory and awesome sauce and good things. And I keep seeing 17 since then. So I do feel like victory is coming for people. You know, we're going to be figuring out what we need to do to have victory. But I think it comes down to the actions that we're taking at this time. Yeah, 17 is all about action. And look, it's duality too. So it's like masculine and feminine, up and down, black and white, you know, the good and the bad. And then I just saw caring connection. So I do feel like keep being resourceful, clever, and adaptable at this time. Ask the right questions. Like I had someone message me, like I've been doing a lot of WhatsApp readings, and they kept asking about a person over and over and over, like every day, like multiple times a day. And I was like, listen, like finally I was just like, listen, man, like this is stupid. Like, no. And I'm like, you got to stop, because like I started reading for the person, and they messed up by letting me know that this guy was kind of weird, and he did this and he did that and da 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 da. And then as time went on, like, she's like, I blocked him, but how does he feel since I blocked him? And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, let that go. But we also need to take action on that. Like, and so then she finally was like, thank you, I needed to hear that. What can I do now? And I was like, well, learn what is going on inside of you. Like, what is your attachment style? How did you grow up? What have you seen in this world? Like, what have your parents been through? What are your parents? And like, even just women in general, we come from a lineage of women that had to stay in toxic relationships, had to be with people that weren't good for us, had to just kind of like do that to fucking survive. Even further back, when it was like there's mountain lions everywhere, it's like you kind of needed some men to fucking fend for you. So women are vulnerable, and I feel like we've also been in a society full of people where it's like cheating is normalized, and treating people like shit is normalized, and men are shut down emotionally. And so we want to figure out like where are the stalemates in our lives, what can we do? But I feel like if you take action right now, you can have victory. So keep looking for your strategy. What's the right strategy for you in love? Like, figure out what it, there's free quizzes and stuff, you know, like, what is my attachment style? Why am I attaching in those ways? Where have I been looking for love? You know, what's going on in the subconscious? Because that's where it all comes from. That's where it all stems from. You know, we have so many beliefs up here that we could have adopted when we were still in the fucking womb, because we could hear our subconscious just takes everything as fact. But our conscious mind might be like, I want a good man. I want a man that's committed. I want romance. I want people that do this. I want abundance. I want to be awesome sauce. But like inside of us, underneath the surface, could be like, you don't fucking deserve that. You're a piece of fucking shit. No, 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 no. Everybody's gonna hate you. Everybody's gonna treat you like crap. And so we need to be more flexible and look at what are the moves we've been taking, and be a little bit problem solving, because that's going to bring you to your true love. That's going to bring you to a deep soul connection. That's going to help you to find the one, a pair of things. So I feel like you're coming to a time of victory. You're balancing things out. Try not to be envious of anybody, or if there's people who've been envious of you, try not to let that fucking bother you. And try not to compare yourself. Like, what's wrong with me? Because that's part of those beliefs of like, what's wrong with me? I'm not good enough. Like, why do I keep like finding the wrong guy? Like, and we often do that. Even if somebody else is a horrible person, we still internalize it as like, we're the horrible person because like we must have brought that in some reason, which is true in a way, but it's also not true to the degree where it's like you don't deserve love. It's just like you've been barking up the wrong tree. But I feel like there's been power struggles, and you just need to become more assertive and determined at this time to figure out what it is you truly want, and what's the best path for you to get that, because that's going to help you to find like something good. All right, so take a leap of faith, be easygoing, be like, so what the fuck happened about this and that, and try not to be like, seems like we're in a world right now where it's like we meet people and then they're kind of weird with like everything's great and then they pull back, or we're so worried about people liking us instead of if we actually like them. So try to flip the script on that and make sure that you are actually liking the people, or you're seeing people that, or you know what you want. Like I have fucking standards, I have boundaries, I'm like wanting this. But I do feel like you're going through a time of an awakening for a very supportive, like new, faithful, loyal companion. And it's like a rebirth for you, but you're developing over time like a fine wine. Short for Shavana. 100%. I'm 30 and I've never had a serious relationship. So hard not to compare. Question what's wrong with me. All right. So I'm always like wondering in the back of my head, like, hopefully this makes sense. And then I get the confirmation that it does. We all do that. So just know that there's nothing wrong with you. You are coming to the end of a season. You're going to just need to be adaptable like the chameleon, like I said. Don't let what's happened keep you from going through the metamorphosis. You're reinventing yourself right now. And you can reinvent yourself at any motherfucking time of the day. Like, you could just decide, like, I'm done with that. I'm on a quest. I know I want dependable, like, hardworking people. I want someone that's going to be good to me. And if I see any fucking little red flags or any things that's, like, repeating history, like, it didn't get far when I dealt with somebody that was like this. So, bye, dude. It didn't get far. And so even in that, too, like, if you've never had a long-term relationship, don't worry, man. I had long-term relationships that were the worst. They were so fucking bad. They were like, it was like I would have been better off to have dated multiple fucking people and just like got up and out of there. But instead, I spent like 5 years with this piece of shit, 7 years with that kind of crap person, 10 years with this horrible fucking no good dude, and I wasted so much of my time doing that. So for the last 7 years, I've been like, yeah, that's fine. I don't need you, but I'm healing all of that. But it doesn't matter if you've only had short term or long term. It's like just figure out what's the pattern and try to break out of that pattern and know that you do deserve better. We don't need to keep going through that. And it's also part of like our world right now. A lot of people are non-committal. A lot of people are afraid of others. Everybody's been burnt, and men have like all these apps and all these options in front of their fucking hands right now. So sometimes they're not as willingly capable of being in a committed relationship because there's so many fucking options out there, and people who don't care, people who will just sleep with them. And men are more driven by their passion than like their heart. So you just need to find the right guy and just know that he's out there, but also compromise with people too. Like try not to jump in too quickly or try to push anything, but also figure out what's gone on. Maybe it's from childhood too. Like if you had abusive parents, or like parents that weren't always available to you, or one parent that was a little, questionable. And it doesn't even have to be like, oh, they beat the crap out of me. It's just people that may not have been the best at knowing what they were doing. Like young parents can sometimes be a little whatever. And there's some barriers to overcome in that area, because then you might start attracting in people that are similar to that. But I do feel like there's something coming. Justice is coming for you. Good things are coming for you. You can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around. Yes. I had a very unstable childhood. Yeah, I was getting the type of energy of, like, for myself. My mom was an addict. My dad was an alcoholic. They broke up when I was very young. They both got remarried and had a bunch of fucking shit show going. I learned, and then I went through all those fucking shitty relationships. So, like, when I did my attachment theory thing for, like, what do I do? I'm fearful avoidant, which means I'm both, because there's anxiously attached people. There's like the people who are very avoidantly attached, like they're very avoidant of feeling at all. There's the anxious people that are like, please like me, please like me. And then there's me, which I feel like you might have a little bit of this, where it's like if someone doesn't like you, you're like, why don't you like me? But if someone likes you, you're like, it's all right. Like, it's weird. It's a little weird. But that usually comes from that type of upbringing. So I would look into that and figure out, where do I lean within all of these things? And then there's so much stuff out there that you can learn that will help you to, cut that out of your life, and then help you to come to a more responsible energy, to a more, to a commitment, to having the healthy boundaries, to letting the right people in. Because this can even impact friendships and stuff. Sounds like you, yeah. Like, people who are nice to me, I'm like, what the fuck, ew. But people who are mean to me, I'm like, please, why don't you like me? Please like me. And it, and then over time, it was like, you know what? I just don't care about being near anybody, like, at all. So, it can get worse if we don't work on it. I've been trying to work on it, but you could do shadow work. You could do, there's tons of videos out there. The personal healing development school on YouTube, she's really good at explaining this stuff and breaking it down for us in a logical way, so that we don't keep being like, oh, what the fuck's wrong with me? Because there's nothing wrong with you. You just have a way of attaching that came from childhood, and most of us do. But I do feel like, November to December, be optimistic, be humorous, desire the knowledge that's going to help you, because I do feel like you are going to be on the process of arrival. And you are going to be like in that matchmaker energy where you can attract in the right people, but there's some stuff under the surface that needs to be healed. Yeah, I'm a loner too, and it's just more comfortable that way because so many people have burned us, or betrayed us, or lied to us, and there seems to be like that a lot of people out there. Social vegan equals avoid meat. Yeah, we don't want to meet up with the people. We want to just be like left the fuck alone because it's easier. But that will cause us illness, fatigue, sadness. Like, you're supposed to have friends. You're supposed to have community. But if you look into those things and you do the inner work around that, I feel like you will find the one and you will have victory in love. And right now is a great time to be cutting those cords and know that not everybody out there is deceitful. Like if you exist and you're not that way, somebody else out there exists that way too. So get the strategy in place right now so your door to value can open up for you. But I do feel like right now is a good time to be just like getting rid of any of the old deceptive energies, anybody that's hurt you, any cords, any attachments, any beliefs that are fucking you up from being on that quest to where you need to go. So thank you. Let's see. So we did that one. We did that one. Hi, can I have a card for M? M ghosted me last night. Sure. So let's see. M ghosted you. Let's see what he wants to say. I'm going to see what this one says. Fucking ghoster. This is just so, like, what the fuck, man? Stupid fuck. Well, you know what? It's only been a night. I'm like, fucking stupid motherfucker. Like, but also remember that rejection is protection too. But it's only been a day. Like, you know, maybe their phone broke. Maybe they got in an accident. Maybe something bad happened. Like, we don't always want to jump to the conclusion of that we've been ghosted, which you may know for sure that, like, yeah, he definitely ghosted me or she definitely ghosted me. But even so, even if they did, I feel like there's protection in that. There's a reason that those things happen. You're welcome. There's reasons, like, you know, that this stuff happens. Even, yeah, love wins in the end. And I feel like your wishes will be granted, whatever those wishes are. You may run into this person, M, but this person may be afraid of love too, you know. They may be afraid of love, and they may have just needed a break. Like, we got lunch here, which is like, no, he left me on red. Yeah, I mean, I've had that happen too. Has he done this before? Is this like something he does? You know, because sometimes those people do that. We have evidence, accused, and boiling point. He might be talking to someone else. He could be talking to someone else. Sometimes when men act like that, it's because, like, they have another option at the time, and they're like, oh, let me go pursue this option. What did I ask for the no? He's never done this before. Okay. How long have you known this person? We do have returning here, but, like, I want to say this, like, the same thing I said to the other girl the other day is, like, when someone shows you who the fuck they are, you know, like, if you only, he's mad at you, all right, well, I mean, that's not necessarily ghosting. It's like, I'm mad at you, I'm not going to talk to you right now because I'm fucking mad at you. I feel like ghosting is, like, when we read somebody's message and we're mad at them, we just decide not to talk to them right now. It's not necessarily ghosting. Sometimes it's more so just like, I'm mad at you, I don't want to talk to you. But if it, like, goes on for fucking weeks and months, I would say that ghosting. But, like, 5 years, dude, what the hell? So, and he's never done this before. I'm like, that's a surprise. Like, we have surprise here as I was saying that. I do feel like he will be back. Okay, he's passive aggressive. Does he think that you were cheating, or was he like, were you accusing him of something? I feel like there's a boiling point that he reached, and it's like, you know, there's something going on where it's like, you might have accused him of something, or he might have been accusing you of something, or just something was going on that was kind of like, eh. We have try again, though, so I feel like he will be back. Like, after 5 years, you know, it's complicated, yeah. All right, so I feel like some shit's gone on that, you know, that makes sense, okay? So don't put that out there as that he ghosted you. Put it out there as he's mad at me, and we're not talking right now, because then that way it won't turn into, like, a big, long thing, because we can manifest it becoming ghosting. We can manifest it being, like, a very much longer thing. I have both acting like brats, too, and I saw this as well. I tried to make him jealous, and it backfired. I don't know if it involved any pictures or anything like that, but, dude, that's not cool. I would fucking not talk to you either, man, if you're trying to fuck with me like that. I gotta turn the heat up. I get it. I've been there. I've done it. But that, you just called him passive-aggressive, but what you're doing, you're like, I tried to make him jealous and it backfired, like, that's also kind of passive-aggressive. So you guys are mirroring each other. You're both acting like brats. I know. You're like, I know, I was stupid. So at least you can own up to it, but I feel like you should expect that he's upset, okay? Just know that he's upset. I feel like he's just pacifying himself right now, and he doesn't want to talk to you because he's mad at you. He's got negative thoughts going on in his head, and he's fucking pissed off, but he's still in love with you. You're still in love with him, and he is a sucker for you. So just don't worry about it too much, but don't play those games, man. Don't play that. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Like, the hell are you doing? You'll just keep causing troubles and wasting your time if you try to do that. But I do feel like he will return. Okay, so try not to worry about it too much right now. But you know, when he does come, consider, like, is this a healthy relationship, or is there parts of this relationship that we both need to work on? And also, you know, be like, maybe even with yourself, like, now or never. Like, we got to make this work. We can't have our cake and eat it too. We both need to change. We can't be juggling all this crazy chaos. Like, if this is the person I'm choosing and they're choosing me, like, let's not keep messing around with each other, because it will come to a boiling point where, like, you know, things won't work out for you. But I do think you guys will be together again. So we haven't talked for 2 months, and I reached out and he left me on red. I'm scared he's gone forever. I don't think he's gone forever. He's still looking at you with the sweet messages. We have always fighting too. So I'm not seeing that he's gone for, yeah, like, we still have hope here, but you might need to talk to him in a way, like, a little bit different. Like, tell him, like, I'm sorry that I was sneaky. I'm sorry that I tried to hurt you. I'm sorry that I was, you know, like, you might need to apologize. Like, I feel like you're kind of mad at him, but he should probably be mad at you, you know, like, with what you're telling me. And I know you said it's complicated. I get it. But, like, sometimes it's like our egos run the show when our heart and our soul should be communicating for us, rather than, like, just get mad. Give him time. He will get over it. And, you know, try to be more sweet in the way that you communicate, because he's still hurt. He's really hurt by what you did. And he's still looking at you and watching where you're going. But yeah, take your time. He's just hiding from you right now. And I think he will be back for sure. He's going to return. All right. So, yeah. Just don't do those silly things, you know? That's just, no. We don't do that. All right. So, let's see. I'm going to go back up here and see. I want to make sure that if people are in here, I'm still doing, like, free readings for people. Or if you send a donation, you go to the top of the list. But I know there might be a question in here. So if there's Paloma, I'd like to ask about my twin who saw my stories last night, week after a long time. So was it last night or last week? I think it was last week. Today, or was it tonight and last week? Today I set my IG as private, and I don't know if that's okay. This time I didn't freak out like the previous times. Okay, so you set your IG to private. Is he your friend on there? In fact, I had prayed for union the night before. Okay. So why are you setting it to private? Is he your friend on there? Like, it's so fucking good. The people that, man. All right. Can he still see them if you're marked private? Like, I want union. Here he comes. Let me fucking make it so he can't see me. And I know what I said to you the other night when I was live, and it's because I'm sick and tired of fucking, like, this week I've been mad about these circumstances. I know Paloma. I've read for Paloma for a long time. And I've since, like I said, that other girl that I was talking to this week, I was like, what the fuck? Who gives a fuck what he feels or cares or blah, blah, blah. But I know those circumstances around it. It's not always cut and dry. Like we just saw with M's situation over there. Like, sometimes we do silly things. Sometimes we make mistakes. But what do you want, Paloma? Like, what do you want? Look, we got Big Baby. You both acting like brats. This is the thing. It's like so many people are still acting like this is teenage shit, you know? Like, this is teenage. He looked at my story, so then blah, blah, blah. And I'm not trying to make fun of you or talk bad about you or anything like that. I've done it. I've played these games too. Like, when I had my Snapchat shit, like, that was really bad. Like, that was a really bad, immature time for me. That's why I was like, I can't use Snapchat anymore, because it was crazy. And it was, like, so crazy, just to the point where it was unhealthy. It was draining. But there's a lot of people out there kind of still in those energies where it's like, we're playing games with each other, you know, and we're like, he may still be a sucker for you. You may both still be in love with you, but it's like you guys are just causing each other stress more than anything by doing this. But what do you really want, Paloma? You know, like, You prayed for union the night before. And like, you're asking, is it okay? You don't know if that's okay. Like, you need to make a decision for you. Like, I can't tell you what's okay. Is he, like, tell me, Paloma, is he your friend on there? Is he still going to be able to see your story? We get crumbs. And even if he does see your story, man, it's like, it's that trickster. It's those, like, crumbs. Last week, okay. Is there, like, a long delay on this? She's like, last week. I feel like there's a delay. Let me see what's going on. No, I can see it. I don't know. Maybe. I know you're in another country. So, but, like, him looking at your stories is, like, breadcrumbing. You're not getting a whole lot. Even when he came back before, you guys chit-chatted. You had a good talk. But then he was gone again, and now here he is again. And I feel like that energy is gonna keep you stuck. You know what I mean? And that's why when you told me last week, I was like, because it's like, I don't want to see you stay stuck. No, he's not my friend. He doesn't follow me. Yeah, so he's not gonna be able to watch your story at all anymore, and you don't know what you want. Hi, how are you? So you need to figure out what you want. And really decide. You're like, I want union. Here he is. Let me block it so he can't be there. Like, if he is truly your twin flame, he might be on the other side as well, being like all confused and unknowing of what to do. I can't remember everything about like what your conversation was the last time, but I do remember some of it. I feel like he still just wants to know what's up with you, what's going on with you. I feel like once in a while he's daydreaming and thinking and like just taking notes on what's going on with you. But I mean, we're never going to change what initially happened to end the relationship, right? Like, so we're never going to be able to change that. Are you, like, do you think you're ever going to be able to fully trust him? Do you think he's ever going to come out of this weird fucking, like, let me look at your story, let me disappear for 6 months, let me look at your story, let me disappear for 6 months? And I know what it's done to you. I know how fucking drained you are of this. Yesterday I was obsessed and my dad's girlfriend ended up stalking me. That's crazy. We have DMs and double likes. Maybe, like, are you following him? I hate the whole fucking social media thing. Maybe we have move on too. So I feel like if this is all you've gotten in 6 months, you know, it's like maybe it is best to just move on because you just, like, you prayed for union, he showed up, and I know that's going to be like, oh, I prayed for union, he showed up, so he must be the one that I'm supposed to unite with. Like, I know that, I get that, but the union, that might have been the universe testing to see, like, are you going to run right back into this fucking bullshit? Because if you truly want union, maybe it's time to open up to union with a person that's available, with a person that's not going to be sneaky, with a person that's not going to have like that behavior of cheating and false promises and trickster bullshit. Yes, stellar stuff. And then no, self-sabotage. I really feel like you just need to decide what you want. You know, I feel like you care, you want him to return, but it's like all you see is love when it comes to him, but it's like you're being tricked by the sneaky behavior of him because he's not giving you anything. He's not worth your time at this time. He needs to prove himself to you. So maybe it's best that you have that private because then he can't come back and trigger you. And I'm glad you didn't react like he did before. He can't see your stories now. Yeah, I don't think so. You deserve someone that's stable, enduring, and solid and secure. Somebody that's really going to love you, you know, and put you as their main interest. You need to trust your gut and your soul. You know, what do you actually want? Because I feel like if you want victory, like I've been saying this to everybody this last week, I'm like, dude, stop fucking entertaining the people who you shouldn't entertain. If you want victory, success, you want your wishes to come true, we need the people that can happen with. And he hasn't proven that to you. So you shouldn't even be like, you know, entertaining it. Yeah, you need to be a little bit more like ready to go places. You need balance in your life. You need to move on from this, I think. And I think that's going to help you. You know, there's been miscommunication, things working against you. It's like, and I know it's impacted you across all of the areas in your life. Like this is a warning. It's like a warning from spirit. Like I really feel like it was a test because you're praying for union. Were you praying for union with him, or were you just praying for union in general? And I feel like I already kind of know, but the door to romance is going to open up for you when you heal your heart. Heart chakra, broken heart. You need to heal your heart. You need to trust your intuition. You need balance and to let go of this attachment. I would call on Archangel Michael to cut the cords to this person and release this contract. I feel like this has been a contract for you that's just caused you anxiety, and it's impacted your finances, it's impacted your depression, it's impacted so much of your life, and it's taken over your world, and it's like you deserve to let this go and then have a true love come in. And maybe you letting this go can give the space for him to step up, but you're never going to know in the energy that you've been in, because the energy that you've been in is just repeating the same cycles over and over. You know, and I feel like Spirit's warning you because we are in the 1111 portal. This is a time of union and all of that stuff, but like, you deserve a divine union. You don't deserve a karmic man that's like, oh, I'm going to cheat on you. Oh, I'm going to like fucking breadcrumb you. Oh, I'm going to come around every 6 months. None of that is healthy. None of that is good. You need a new beginning. And I know it's easier said than done, and I know it takes time to heal, but maybe it is for best that you keep him so that he can't see your stuff, because then you don't have any more reminders of him, and you can pray to the universe for divine union from the person that it's meant to be, so you can have the expansion and get rid of this, okay? No more of that. We don't want backstabbers. We don't want jealousy. We don't want silent treatment. We don't want any of that. We want divine masculine that makes us feel good, that we're not confused. We're not confused. We just know, and we know how they feel about us because they fucking tell us, and they're deeply committed, and they're not doing bullshit, you know? But you do deserve it, and I feel like you know that deep down that you deserve better, but you've been fatigued and worried and stressed out by this, and it's time to take the steps away from it. Like the fact that you put the thing on private even kind of lets me know that like part of you is ready to let it go. And we've had talks about this. I know it's hard, and I know you feel alone sometimes, but there are better options out there. There is a divine man out there that can love you. All right, so let me see what exactly she said. Can you pull a card for everyone in the chat from our Starseed family? Yes. So, everybody here from the Starseed family, what's going on for everybody here? We have the Divine Feminine Rebirth, okay? And this says Divine Feminine Cycles Rebirth 27. And then we have Walk in Soul, okay? And this is a time right now. We're going into the Pleiadian lineup. That's definitely a time where walk-in souls could show up. If we cut those people out of our lives that have been karmic contracts, we let go of the limitations, we rest and we rejuvenate, and we heal, we can find, like, maybe the universe sends us someone better, or somebody that is going to help us to unify the duality and awaken that infinite love into our lives. But we need to release the emotional baggage. We need to release the emotions connected to lower vibrations, the emotions of the people who have broken our hearts and hurt us, and then say no and cut the cords and look for the patterns in the contracts and the things that we've been doing over and over again, so that we can bring in the right people. But I do feel like you might all of a sudden find somebody like walking into your life right now that's going to be the high priest, or somebody that is going to help you in some way to balance and to rise. I really feel like there's a lot of good vibrations coming in that's going to help people to feel fulfilled and successful, and to step into the fullness of themselves. We're releasing karmic contracts. We're awakening with this 1111 portal, and we're allowing ourselves to receive, as this Pleiadian lineup comes in, things that are for our highest and best. If we allow it in, we're going to be good. But this is not a time to be messing around with anything that's not serving us. This is a new beginning, a new opportunity for a new beginning. So pay attention to the signs and the elements that are there, because there is going to be a lot of signs and indications to what's going on for you that's going to bring in the abundance and the value and the worth on yourself. You'll know what's for you and what's not for you. But yeah, I do feel like it's a good time for people to bring in a divine masculine, okay? So protect yourself, raise your vibe, know that you're manifesting better opportunities to unify love and to unify duality with a divine masculine energy. But it's like to balance out that divine feminine energy. We're coming into that time of balance and union. Yeah. is the feminine and the masculine are coming into union, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's like some dude that you have in your head that you might think is the divine masculine. It may be somebody walking into your life that's going to get rid of the toxic ones, the deceitful ones, the ones that have been lying and fucking doing some shitty shit. There's alternate possibilities. There's adjacent possibilities opening up for victory. Like I keep saying, victory can be had, but we need to allow it in. We got to open that door so we can receive. And you might need to listen to the intuition and trust and walk away. Look at that. We just had 27 with the moon, and now we have 27 with the walk away. It might be time to walk away from the people that are no longer serving us so that the right ones can come in, you know? Every closed door brings in an open door, right? Or whatever it is, like, whatever that saying is. One closed door opens another. So let me see. I want to make sure there's no other donations. And then I want to make sure, I know people come in and out. So, hi, yes, you can ask a question. My sister just sent me a message. Fucking bitch never talks to me, and then when I'm doing something, she sends me a message. I'm just kidding. But yes, anybody that's in here, you can ask whatever you want to ask, and then people who want to go to like the top of the thing or make a super chat or a donation out of the, what do you call it? The box there, the description box. There's a lot of different ways for people to do that, but I am taking just questions at this time from anybody, and I'll be doing this every week. What else is here? Sometimes I mix my decks up, but anybody who has a question, let me know. Anybody, you're welcome, Paloma. I know it's hard to give you an answer because it's just hard. It's so hard. Like, I know when I'm telling people, like, stop fucking doing this, like, it's like, I'm like, I did the same thing. Like, I did the same fucking stupid thing. I, like, I knew, but it's hard. It's hard to be the Queen of Swords. It's hard to be, like, mad when you love somebody. When you actually fucking love somebody, it's hard to not care about them or want them to come back. But sometimes we've got to love us more, because otherwise they're just going to stay stuck in the pain, you know, mental prison, feeling restricted, blocked at every turn. It's like you deserve somebody that's going to be good, not somebody that keeps hurting you. So let's see. Is there anybody have a question? Let me know. Sorry. What is your questions? Oh, there's a message held for review. I don't know why. It's always weird things, too. Yeah, see. Is A gonna wake the F up and quit his bullshit show? We can show that. Come on. Is A gonna wake the F up and quit his bullshit? Yeah. I cuss, too. Most of my videos or my shorts and stuff, I'm like, oh, shit. Because they're like, limited thing. Because like, you could put monetization on your videos and stuff, and it's like, if it's a green money sign, you're good. But if it's a yellow money sign, they limit how many people they show it to and all of that. And I always get the yellow ones because I'm always swearing. But we do have the star in the world coming through, Chris. And it's like, I feel like your wishes can come true in this situation, that this cycle can come to an end. And also the Hierophant is here. So it's like taking that next level commitment to themselves. And I feel like he could make it like an end of this chapter, like of messing up, you know, if that's your wish, to get this person to come into a better place. I feel like that is a possibility here. But patience is needed. Patience is a virtue. If this is somebody that you care about, which I feel like you do, obviously, or you wouldn't, like, I feel like you care about how I care. So stop being stupid. Stop making mistakes. I fucking care about you. They need time. They need some time to heal. But I do feel like they will, and that the door to value is going to open up for this person. This person will start to value themselves enough to find the right strategy to stop making mistakes, to stop being deceitful, to come out of these storms, and to break out of whatever the hell they're in. All right. I feel like they've been all tied up in anxiety and probably making bad decisions because of that. But I do see them walking away from it. It may just take some time. You know, it just takes some time. We also have hostilities here. So he's my biological dad I'm taking care of. Okay. I get it, man. I get that. Like some days I'm ready to like punch my dad in the face, and other days, and it can be minute to minute too, because he's like a recovering alcoholic, and sometimes they can be a little fucking temperamental. And there could be like hostile, like he gets so mad over the stupidest stuff. Like basically him just not understanding a text message that I sent to him. Like I'm not being mean to him. I'm just talking, and he's like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what the fuck? But I try not to take it personally. Um, yeah, same. I feel like, yeah, just try not to take it personally. I do feel like he might be stuck in his ways a little bit. He might be stuck in his ways a little bit, but don't ignore that. I think he does appreciate you. He does know that you're helping him, and that might also help, like that might make him a little hostile too, because he doesn't feel like that's the right dynamic. He might be like feeling badly about that, and sometimes men don't know how to express that the right way, so they take it out in hostile ways, and they can act a little fucking, especially as they get older and their mind is going messed up, and bipolar, narc, stroke victim. Yeah, my mom was kind of like that. She was always in the hospital, and like I would be there for her every fucking day, and then she would treat me like absolute shit, and it's not easy. But be patient and know that he does see it, he does recognize it. You may never hear it directly, like he may never just come out and be like, I love you so much, son, thank you for all you've done, you've helped me so much. But I do feel like you will know that at some point. Like after my mom died, I had a medium come, and I didn't ask for the messages, but like she just like offered up some messages, and she was like, your mother wants to like let it be known that like she lived a much longer life because of you, and she knows that you were right about things that she ignored you on, and that she didn't listen, and she was a fucking maniac, and like did a bunch of stuff that she probably shouldn't have, and she wants you to know that she appreciates everything you did for her. So I got a lot of that after her passing. I know that she did say things at different times, but she was also upset. She was also in pain. She was also traumatized by life. So keep that in mind too. Like most people who are that way, they're that way for a reason. I'd rather see it than hear it now. I know it's hard, man. I do feel like if you're just patient, you will see shifts within him, because you are helping to heal him. But it may be a little while for you to fully get there, and it may be a rocky road. But I do feel like he does love you a lot. He does love you. He just has issues. He may even envy you because you're better at doing things than him, which narcissistic parents can do that. They can be like, like they get jealous of you. Just know that you've come here for a reason to deal with these parents, and you will have victory in the end. You will heal from this in the end, and things will get easier for you in the end. But there is look, happy family. You will have your happy family in the end, and blossoming abundance on the way. But your door to personal healing and happiness will open for you. Like when my mom passed away, that opened up a doorway for me to be free again, and to be able to do stuff again, and not have all of that there, and to work on everything that I went through. So I feel like it will get better, and it will continue to get better. It will continue to get better. But you are being protected in all of this too. So try not to take it personally or be too confused by their actions. But you are loved. And you may also, yeah, he says you're special to me, but he's like hush hush about it. He doesn't want you to fucking know. God forbid you know. But you know this, you know this stuff deep down, that he's hiding from you his own shit. He's done some stupid things, but you'll know that better in the future. All right, so let me go back up here. I know there was another person that asked a question. What are Seneca's feelings for me? No contact. Okay. So anybody else that's coming in, there's I'm doing free readings tonight. People who make a donation go to the top of the thing, and then other than that, it's up to you. You could do a super chat or go to the description box, and in the description box there's a bunch of options to make little donations. And I just do like basically like $1 a minute, somewhat like around that, sometimes more, sometimes less. I just do until I feel like I shouldn't do anymore. But what are Sanika's feelings for me in no contact? This is for Inical. We have the Fool. What else? We have fierce, unpredictable, wild power struggles, elusive. I feel like this person's kind of like elusive and like a rebel without a cause. And it's like they don't really know what they're doing all the time. I do think they want to get better, but they may sometimes let their own interests fuck with them. Like they're sometimes deceitful. They're sometimes cunning. They're sometimes sly. They do think that's not always the best, but they're trying to be better. You know, it's like I'm a fox at the moment, but I want to be a lion. I don't think anybody who does shitty things really wants to be shitty, but sometimes it's like their own self-preservation or their own motivations, their own fears and doubts or insecurities can make them be that way. And it's like they don't have true confidence and power within themselves. I do feel like they want to take a chance, they want to take a risk, but they're being very much led by ego. But I feel like if they can like heal their inner child and heal that ego, then there could be a reconciliation and a better outcome. My name is Amira Katharina. Is that the same person? No, I'm talking about Anakel. Okay. I'm like, wait a minute. So I do feel like they want to be better, but right now they're just having a hard time being better. But your wishes might come true. I don't know what your wish is for this person, but if you stay strong and you keep lifting up out of negativity, miracles may happen in the future. You know, I feel like a lot of times when people come to these readings, there's messages that go across for everybody. So like, if this person has been a little difficult to deal with, or you guys have had a little toxicity in the relationship, things could get better as long as you stay strong and out of the darkness and the negativity. Don't let it be a burden. Don't let it be a curse. Don't let it hold you down in your life, because then it can end up really messing with you. You're welcome, Chris. I'm glad that it helps. I do feel like you might hear some sort of communication from this person as well. But right now, it's like they need to challenge the status quo. They need a clear vision. They need to come out of the mindset that they've been in. And I feel like that's on the way. But it's like right now, they're just they're a little weird, right? They need the aha moment to realize what it is that they need to do to come out of this stalemate energy, okay? But it's like refusing to compromise, being blocked, delay tactics. I feel like that's ego. It's like, that's my ego. Like, I care. I'd want to do something. But yeah, I'm miscommunicating. I'm being self-interested. I'm being fucking weird. So, like, things keep working against me. And it's my own doing. And that's their own lesson that they need to learn. But yeah, I feel like this person definitely does need some time to come out of that energy. They may also have subconscious bullshit that they're dealing with, but in the future they may be able to become better, be more loyal, be more of a faithful, devoted friend, or more than a friend. But for right now, they need to go through a time of transformation. What are their feelings about you? Yeah, they're like, when I'm asking about their feelings, I'm getting mental stuff for this person. They're up in their head. They're very logical. And this came through in the first reading I did tonight. It's like they're not really feeling. They're keeping themselves up here. They're all like, I gotta protect me. I gotta do what's best for me. I need to become the emperor. I need to have all the money. I need to have all the fucking fame. I need to have all the success. I need to be self-asserted and self-confident and all of that. And in the meantime, they're acting stupid and doing stupid ass shit and getting themselves like, you know, just confused and being like caught up in like circumstances that they shouldn't really necessarily be within. And it's like those circumstances and that way of thinking is actually the only thing that's keeping them from being the emperor. But they do have the opportunity to become the emperor, and you have an opportunity to be the empress, you know, like emperor and empress energy in the future. I think just right now it's about harvesting and learning and growing and becoming more wise. Yeah, being, you know, coming out of the mind and into the heart. I do feel like there may be like some sort of divine intervention in the future that helps this person to kind of have a fucking aha moment too. But this person has a hard time with feelings. Like, I'm asking about their feelings and I'm getting all mental, like weird shit with them. So yeah, they're very standoffish. They're kind of like in their own energy at this time. They're very about the mind, all about the mind at this time. So I don't even think they're thinking about feelings. I don't even think they know what they feel. And that's normal for people who are avoidant. They don't even know how to verbalize or put into words feelings. Like, I have an uncle that's in, he goes to a counselor, and every week that like he's been trying to learn how to express how he feels about different things, because he doesn't know how to express it. He doesn't know how to say how he feels. It's all up here. Some of those people do that, and I feel like that's why you don't know how he feels, because he doesn't know how he feels. It's hidden. It's hidden. So yeah, it's not that he doesn't care. He just doesn't know how to care properly, and he needs to learn that lesson. All right, so let me go back here. I know I saw another donation come in. So how this works, guys, who are just popping in, people who are coming in, the donations go first, and then I kind of pop back through and I keep checking to make sure that other people are still here and that they still want a question read. But Guru means war. Hi, Bridget. My name is Liz. What's coming towards me in love at this time? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But I am doing the free and paid readings. I just, I pop it back and forth, but these people go up above, and then I can come back to the other ones. So if you're still in here, keep putting your questions, and then there will be a playback too. So like if you leave your question and you're not in here at that time, this will be played back later so people can find their question. Just try to remember where it was. We're at an hour right now. Hi, Bridget. My name is Liz. It's coming towards me in love at this time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What's coming to you? We got the lovers. So this is Gemini energy, talkative, adaptable, mental, intellectual. But the lovers for me is all about making a choice in love too. Ooh, and you get the swanny swans. The swans. The swanny swans. I feel like good things coming for you in love. You get the lover, you got the soulmate, you got the twin flame, a pair of things, blooming love, faith, deep soul connections. And I feel like 6 is significant too for some reason. I don't know if you know anybody or talk to anybody. Oh, sorry, what is going on here? But boop, 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 ba-doop. 6 is significant, I believe, for some reason. But we also have believe in your power coming through. So you need to believe in your power. Yes, very good message. I do feel like love can come to you at any time right now, but you need to believe in your power, trust your confidence and the guidance from spirit, because I feel like spirit is trying to help you. It's like and we are all going through this right now too, guys. And like I always say, people who are drawn to these are drawn to these for a reason. So even the people who are just listening, listen. We are in like the 1111 portal energy right now. It's a very magnetic time. It's a gateway for divine unions. It's a gateway for us to balance out feminine and masculine. That message has been coming through a lot this week, that we are balancing things and healing things. So you may be bringing someone in, but you got to be confident about it. You can't be like, maybe, I don't know. It might happen. You got to know it's going to happen. But you are very magnetic at this time, and you're going through a metamorphosis at this time. You are the bitch. You are the one. You are bringing in something for emotional fulfillment. But like I said, don't let doubts. Look, 6, and that's why that's significant. 6s are about like karmic energy. So if somebody fucked you up, somebody broke your heart, like who hasn't been through that, right? I feel like anything that went wrong or anybody that's hurt you, stuff like that, try not to let those old misunderstandings or those old contracts or those old energies linger. And this could even be past life. This could even be parental. This could be friends. It could be any of that stuff. But yeah, anybody that's caused towers, anybody that's caused us confusion and indecision and unclear thoughts about ourselves and our value and our worth, we can't entertain that right now. 666 is like close that karmic contract, close out that energy. Don't be all tied up in those conundrums and things. It's a time to release the burdens in the bullshit. It's a time of accomplishment, completion, and having commitment. So I do feel like good things are coming for you, but it's like a divine intervention right now. Just keep remembering, keep remembering. It says remembering right there. Keep remembering your magical power. A new event is happening for you right now. You are bringing in the cohesive good luck, duality, perfect timing for divine union and all of that. But you need to believe it and trust it, that very supportive, good, healthy love is on its way for you. Try to know and believe that divine masculine or divine feminine energy is on its way, or that you're in that energy. Let me see. Yeah, any obstacles that were there are closing for you. You're welcome, Aniket. I'm like, Aniket. I read the names. I'm sorry. I think you might have told me a different name, but or maybe not. I don't know. There's a lot of people here. Yeah, look at that. So we get the new moon and inception. You have an enchanting aura right now. New beginning, expansion, carefree. You are crossing the bridge towards your opportunities for good stuff. You're overcoming barriers. You're integrating and connecting and uniting in harmony. And I feel like you're going to have a flood of emotions. You're going to have a lot of good stuff. You're a fucking firefly, man. Look at that. That is about like chemistry, inner spark, soul spark. Very exceptional, attractive. You're bringing in something really good at this time. So know that, believe that, and trust that. Try not, and look at 42, 4 plus 2 is 6. Don't let anything from the past keep you stuck. Don't let any doubts keep you stuck. This is like standoff, non-committal, delay tactics, blocked, refusing to compromise. And right here says compromise. Make sure that you're willing to compromise with people, willing to open up, willing to receive, because I feel like good things are coming. You might be hearing something from someone soon, or you might meet someone soon that is going to be like the culmination of everything you've learned. Yeah, just don't wear a mask. Be open, be vulnerable, be ready. Open that door to healing, open that door to romance. Appreciate yourself and make sure you attract others who appreciate you. But I definitely feel like your relationships are shifting, a new beginning. You may even have like a birth coming soon too. This is like giving birth, pregnancy, the stork, you know. But definitely look, love, love, love. Unconditional love is coming. A supportive divine love is coming. Just break free and liberate yourself from doubt is the main message here. You're at a crossroads. You can choose the old path, or you can go down the new path, the new steps to like being in that place that you want to be, to spinning that wheel into your favor. And attitude is everything at this time. So make sure that you're not allowing, you know, old doubts and old fears and subconscious blocking beliefs to limit you. Because yeah, the obstacles can be overcome right now by remembering how radiant and beautiful and powerful you are, and being like cool, calm, collected about that. Be easygoing, because that's going to lead you to prosperity. That's going to help you to rise. That's going to help you to be the metamorphosis. That's going to help you to develop over time like a fine wine. You are the phoenix rising. You have the key inside of you to break free and cut away anybody, anything that's no longer serving you, for the unconditional divine union of a lifetime. So, you know, I'm getting the same message over and over here. You're definitely going places. Things are working in your favor. So believe it, trust it, know it, receive it. This is like what I said the other day to people. Believe it. Yeah. What did I fucking say? Victory. Victory. Victory is coming for everybody. You're going to be the star. You're going to have your wishes coming true. But you have to let go of the old energy so that we don't sabotage it. Any doubts, any fears, any crappy crap up there, don't let that in. Be resourceful at this time. Plan ahead. And be clever, solve the problems, because you are going to finish first. You are going to be the leader. You're going to find the one. You are ready to receive. But yeah, it's very important that we cut out those old beliefs and cut out, like call on Archangel Michael to cut the cords to anybody, anything from old relationships. Look at yourself. Like I would do a gratitude challenge right now for people too. While we're in November, very powerful time to do it. It will attract more in. Focus on what you're grateful for. Focus on what you have instead of what you don't have. And that's going to help it to culminate into the best, awesome possible opportunity for you. Yeah, because you're illuminated. Your chemistry is like, woo, you're sparking, you're flying, you're awesome sauce. Very exceptional, magical, and you're accomplishing everything you need to accomplish right now, as long as you allow yourself to. Be ready to receive this climax. Be ready to receive this blessing. Be ready to receive that divine masculine, divine feminine, united in one energy. And be cool, calm, collected about it. But yeah, good stuff is on its way for you for sure. Yeah, the swans again. The swans are here. Good things coming in love, but believe it so that you can receive it. All right, let me go back up here and make sure. All right, so thank you. Guru means war. Guru means war. And then just an idea. On days when the energies start getting muddled together, try doing a clearing disconnection between readings. Okay. So true about the nature. Did I miss my reading? Alina Purple, let me look. I don't think so. No, you didn't. I don't think so. No, you didn't. So I'll do you now if you're still in here. Hi, my name is, oh yeah, you're still here. People just call me Mira. How does whale currently consciously feel about me? Thank you, Gurame means war. I'm glad that it helped. Thank you very much. And Anybody else just coming in, I'm doing free readings, but like the people who do a donation go to the top of the list. So I'm going to do this person right now because she's been in here a while commenting. And then other people keep commenting to let me know that you're still here so that I don't like, you know, so I know. But I know she's here. Or, yeah. So, how does whale currently consciously feel about me? Oh, they think that you are beautiful. They think that you're a snowflake. They think that you are like perfect, precise, fragile. They may also think that you need to be handled carefully. Yeah, you're here. You're exquisite. Your pattern is, you know, they feel like you're very, like, I feel like they do think they need to handle you carefully, but they also see you as very, like, perfect, precise, designed well. I feel like they don't want to mishandle you. They feel you, like, a unique energy from you, and they're afraid to mess it up, okay? I think they do want to go the distance with you, but they're like they want to be able to get into autopilot. There's a lot of chemistry, there's a lot of desire, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of lust, explosive hot sex type of energy. Like they see you as being like the perfect person. I think they also want to go the distance with you. Yeah, we have yes. Like they want to go the distance with you, but I think that they're also afraid of like messing up. They're afraid of like doing the wrong thing. But we do have yes, energy, power, climax, fulfilled, pride, radiant, success, vigor, divine masculine energy coming through with happy coincidences, unexpected rendezvous. I think they would like to be like flirting with you, enjoying their time with you, but what else do we have going on with this person? How do they feel about you? How is it that they feel about you? Sees through the facade, secret is lifted, wise, aware, observant. I think they see you as somebody that's aware, and maybe they may even be intimidated by that too, because like sometimes like when I talk to people and I say things to people, they think that like I can see them or like I know things about them, that they're like, are you in my room? You know, weird stuff like that. When you know people on a personal level, when like when people feel like you can see through them, that they can't hide anything from you, that like you're just gonna know shit, that can be intimidating. So I feel like on a spiritual level, you intimidate this person. You just kind of intimidate this person anyways, I feel, okay? Do you mean a relationship or something strictly sexual? I feel like a relationship. I think that they would like to go further with you, but they're also intimidated by you, okay? But they're definitely very attracted to you. I definitely think they would like to go the distance sexually. I think that they would like to go further with you towards a relationship, but they're also very, like, afraid of you at the same time. Like, you're too perfect. You know what I mean? They're very intimidated by your energy. And that may even just be because they themselves have some work to do. But yeah, they do want to keep building the steps. They still want to take the steps forward with you, step by step, how to keep going to progress the process of arrival. And then I feel like things are awakening, we're renewing. This is a rebirth transformation happening. I feel like you're also helping them to awaken on a spiritual level, but even on that, I think they're a little intimidated by you. I feel like they feel like you're ahead of the game with them or something. I feel like there's a very strong soul bond here. It's like there's chemistry there, there's desire there, there's intimidation there, there's like a remembrance there. There's a lot there for them when it comes with you. And I think they're just trying to become more balanced in themselves and feel better about themselves. You do think you intimidate them? Yeah, I think so too. They're trying to be better so that they can feel like they're like good enough to be near you. I do see that there's love here. Yeah, like this is like soulmate, divine connections. You know, but you also need to remember to be confident too. Like be confident. Let me see. They may be trying to get advice too. I feel like they're trying to get advice on what to do with you. Like they may not know exactly how to deal with you. I'm not sure how old they are, or how many people they've dated before, like what they've dealt with in love. We have I've been careless with your heart, and have you truly forgiven me? There may even be past life stuff with this person too. Like there may be stuff on a deep spiritual level. I don't know if they've hurt you before. We have I was wrong. I feel like they're afraid to really do something wrong with you, or they may be afraid that they've kind of hurt you too many times already, or that they did something wrong to you. They're the type to get advice. Yeah, you're worthy of love and it holds you back. I feel like they might have done something and they feel bad about it. It may not even be something you know about, but I'm learning how to love you, okay? So when it comes to love, I don't feel good enough for you. I'm learning how to love you. I'm learning how to be better. You know, I really want to be better. And he wants to fulfill your fantasies. He's afraid that he's gonna lose you to someone else. But he's like, you're worthy of love and I hold you back. And I think that's because he feels insecure right now. He doesn't feel like, he doesn't know what to do. Yes, they're the type to get advice. Okay. He does admire you. You do blow him away. I feel like he just needs to learn how to feel more confident in himself so that you can fulfill each other's fantasies. But again, yeah, he's like, I don't know what to do because I don't feel good enough for you. But we do have 11-11 union will come. So, you know, just take it slow. He may even have looked up twin flames. I don't know if you have or he has, but just take it slow. And make sure that, like, he does treat you well. Sometimes men think this, and it's like they're not doing anything wrong. But sometimes men don't think this, and they're doing all the things wrong. And it's like we need to be mindful on our sides, like, how are they treating us? Because that's better. You know, they better be treating us better. They held back feelings for so long, I ghosted them and then came back. Okay. Yeah, so he's like, I don't deserve you. He feels bad about that. But he does think you're beautiful. He has looked up twin flames. He is kind of a mess. But he says, talk to me from your soul. So talk to him from your soul, and try not to rush anything, but also try not to just put your life on hold either. Like if he's not doing anything, you know, move on with yourself. But he's like, don't give up on me, please. So I feel like in these situations, both people have work to do usually. So just keep working on yourself and, you know, figuring out what's going, look, I love you. Keep working on yourself and know, like, work on your value and worth so that he can mirror that on his side. But, you know, don't waste too much time on him. Yes, move on if necessary. But I do feel like he does care. So let me go back up a little bit and make sure there's people still in here. Oop. Where was I? All right, I just did Alina. And then I did that person. Marie Annette, are you still in here? Oh yeah, you had breast cancer, sir. That's crazy. I was like, are you still in here? There you were. Had breast cancer surgery, now on chemo. Will I heal? I'm very sorry to hear about that. Let me see what comes through for you. I feel like I've dealt with people in your circumstances before, like, it to different degrees. I've had, like, my mother was sick with cancer. They told her 99% chance that she was going to die. And then she didn't. And then I had another lady come to do the Muneiki with me, and someone else told her, like a spiritual person told her she was going to die because she had some throat stuff going on. And then I was like, don't fucking believe that. Don't take that on. Don't accept that. Nobody should fucking tell you that. Like, that's not up to anybody else but you and the universe. And we did the Muneiki together, and I did a rite with her. And other people saw this. Like, there was like a hand that came up out of mine and went into her throat and took something out, and then she didn't have cancer anymore. So, like, miracles happen. People defy that stuff all the time. But yeah, you got to get out of the doubts and don't even entertain that idea. You know what I mean? You will heal. Like, you're totally going to heal. But if you have any doubts or confusion about it, or you, like, allow depression to come take over, it will be very hard for you to heal, you know? And so just compromise with the spirit, compromise with the universe, compromise with yourself. Know that it's going to be a little bit of a quest to heal and keep going forward, but know that you're going into a better place. Know that you're healing. Know that your metamorphosis is here, that you are reinventing yourself. Be open to embrace the change, and that, like I said, miracles happen all the time. Happy coincidences happen all the time. You can be carefree. You can be happy. You can receive the blessings and move forward without having, like, you know, more bad stuff happen. I do feel like you will heal because we just got the woman. And then we have, yeah. So try not to, like, I feel like don't be up in your head too much, and try to compromise a little bit. I know the way that the world is, like, there's so many things out there. It's hard to trust and it's hard to believe. and it's hard to know what the right path is for you. But I feel like using a little bit of like natural routes can also help you too. Like go get Reiki, go get healing from people in different ways other than just like chemo and stuff like that, because that's on the physical level, and chemo is worse for people than like a lot of stuff. Like a lot of people are very much thinking like chemo is worse than cancer itself at this point, because there's so many things out there that show like it's not good for people's bodies. So while you're doing all that stuff, right, like it messes things up. My mother went through chemo, her kidneys were destroyed, her like all this bad stuff happened to her, but she lived for many more years, and she did much better like when she was meditating, when she was receiving healing, when she was getting stuff going like that. So open up to that and receive that if you can. I'm sure there's people around who will do healing for you. There's distance healing and stuff like that too. But getting on the table with somebody would probably be good for you. Like, I don't know if there's anybody specifically in your area, but I'm sure if you Google and look, there probably is. You might be surprised. I used to think there was nobody in my area, and there was. There was where I lived at the time, where I thought there was probably nobody nearby. There was somebody 1 mile here and 1 mile here, and I ended up working at both of the places. And like started my whole career within the healing stuff. So look in your area and get on the table, and also like look at, because like cancer comes from emotional stuff too. It's not always like just a physical thing. It's not always like, oh, my mom had it, my dad had it, whatever. A lot of times it's unprocessed trauma, it's unprocessed wounds, it's stuff that we need to heal. So yeah, they're like the solution is within you. You need to clarify and break out and like give yourself liberty to break free from that, so that you don't, come back into a place of having that. Yeah, it's time to get rid of any unwanted, unpleasant feelings, any unwanted, unpleasant emotions, any unwanted, unpleasant trauma that other people could have caused you, or other experiences may have, brought into your life. It could even be past life stuff. But yeah, it's time to clear that stuff out. And you can do that at home too. You don't have to go out into the world to do it. You could do it from home. There's lots of people out there. I have tons of guided meditations on the Divine Essentials channel that would be good for you. I feel like dolphin healing would be good for you. I actually have a playlist that's all my dolphin stuff, and it's very high vibrational. They help us to bring more joy in, sound healing, all of that. But I do feel like you are going to heal, but you should also put a little bit of effort into like the emotional aspect of it and the energetic aspect of it, so that you can continue to go forward in a good way and stay in that good way. But yeah, you're definitely transforming and healing, and it's it's up to you to continue to go in that way. But I do think everything's going to work out for you, and that it will be all right. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of, look, healer of the ages, and I saw adjacent possibilities. I feel like that's saying like there are healers out there that can help you to heal in different ways than just like the traditional mainstream way. Because sometimes the traditional mainstream way is a little deceitful, and it causes more problems than helping sometimes with like side effects and stuff. So curving that with like a natural route may help you. Take action on it. I'm not saying to just like dismiss what your doctor's saying. I'm just saying like the rest and rejuvenation aspects of like healing on energetic levels would be good for you. Open the door to spirit. Yeah. Talk to nutritionists. There's lots of people out there. Like, what do you call it? What the hell are the names of those people? There's certain like homeopathic doctors. There's homeopathic doctors. There's Reiki masters. There's all types of people that can help you. And it doesn't have to be like extravagantly expensive or anything like that. But there's a lot of different options that will help you to bring balance to that. And I'm seeing temperance, cooperation, balance. Patience is key. Relaxed atmosphere is key. So there's no more relaxing than on my Reiki table. You know what I mean? Get on someone's Reiki table and relax. And do some meditation and relax, because a lot of it is mental stuff that becomes physical stuff. It's stress, it's trauma, it's all the karma, it's all the bullshit that we don't want to hold on to. All right. So, hello. Hi, CBD, yes. So is Jay and other people who are here, you're welcome to comment again your questions so that I know people are still here. And then is Jay my person, because this is for Sanira. All these names, man, all these names. I never know people's name. Sanira. Is Jay my person because I'm slowly getting tired of how things are going after trying so hard to get him for the past 5-ish years? Everything I see is mainly about him, even when I'm not looking. Okay, so let's see. Is he your person? Is Jay anybody's name? I'm just kidding. I've dated Jays, and my sister's dated Jays, like people that start with J, and it's like been a running joke of like all Jays are no. I could recommend it, and you said it right. Okay, cool. So we have optimistic, restless, humorous, outspoken, temperance coming through. I feel like I was just talking to that last person too about temperance, like patience and all of that. We might need a little bit of patience. Bros, Jays is a curse. Yes, Jays are a curse. But I do feel like you are, like, see, you're longing, like, you've been longing for that person for 5 years, but now you're getting to that time where you're like, what the fuck? Like, was this just a waste of time? And I also want to, like, I've told other people this, like, when you think about somebody all the time, or you spend 5 years wanting to be with that person, sometimes you start to create a reality where you're going to be reminded of that person constantly. Even when you try to consciously stop thinking about them, the universe is still in that frequency. You've trained your subconscious mind to be like, there's a sign, there's a sign, there's a sign. It's just like when you get a red car, now everybody else has that red car. Like, we attract what we're within and what we're focused on. Not always. There's things out there that, like, you know, happen or whatever, but I feel like they're saying, you know, to try to balance that, to try to be relaxed and, you know, not worry about it, like, not think about it, like, not in the terms of like, is he or isn't he, just like, who cares, you know what I mean? Like, focus on you, focus on your desires of like what feels good to you. Like, obviously right now Jay isn't fucking making you happy. For the last 5 years, what has Jay done for you? Like, he gave you some things to look at while you were fucking by yourself. Like, oh, that was a reminder of Jay. Oh, there's a reading about Jay. Like, sometimes that's our own doing, because we kept watching the readings. We trained the fucking algorithm to keep telling us about Jay. And you need to remember you're someone very exceptional. You have chemistry. You have an inner fire. But what you put out is what you attract. So if you've been thinking about Jay for 5 years, it may be time to challenge the status quo and be like, let me get rid of anything to do with that. Let me cut the cords. Let me call on Archangel Michael to cut those cords, to clear that out. And let me work on the subconscious so that I don't keep, you know, like, thinking about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, because brand new beginnings, like, I feel like you deserve a new beginning. You deserve somebody that's like willing to be there, you know, and with the 5 years thing, like, I'm not gonna, I've done longer. Okay. I did longer. So it's okay. I get it. But sometimes it's time to let that be the end. Sometimes it's like, maybe like, I'm a little patient. I'm a little stubborn. But I feel like right now you kind of know you're like at the end of that. Like, I've been a little too patient. I've been a little too stubborn. I've waited for this motherfucker a little too long. And it's like a non-committal thing. Like, if he's not showing up, he's not really being there, nothing's changed, then let's open up and receive. Let's open up and trust the universe knows what it's doing. Like, if they were meant to be, they'd probably be here by now. Like, if it was supposed to work out, then they would. I'm seeing almost time and see you soon. So also, sometimes if it is a divine masculine or a twin flame, it's like when you actually give up, when you actually stop and you actually surrender, that's when they do show up. But that's not guaranteed. And you can't trick the universe. You can't be like, okay then, I'm going to pretend that I'm done with them and I'm not waiting anymore, because the universe knows that that's bullshit. You can't do that. Like, you have to truly mean it. And then when you truly mean it and you've done the work on yourself and you've separated and let go of it, if it's meant to be, it'll be. It will show up. But in the meantime, you know, keep doing the work that you need to do on your side to let go and be like, you know what? I can't control anything. I can't force anything. I can't know anything for sure either. But I need to compromise and, you know, go across this bridge here. I got to find my own solution for myself so that I can heal. Yeah. And it's like a new event can happen. New things can happen for you, but it's time to get grounded and stable and go through your personal evolution. I feel like you are going through a metamorphosis. You are ready to reinvent yourself, but any doubts or confusion that you've had this time need to be let go so that you can receive your wishes coming true, falling in love, miracles developing over time and receiving the communication that you might want to receive. But I do feel like there is a significant thing. Like most people don't wait 5 years for somebody if there isn't something there. But sometimes that there is a lesson within even all of that is like, you just really got to learn to let go. You got to learn to trust. You got to learn to believe, because if it's really the one, if it's really supposed to be, it will be, but not while we're like holding on to it too tightly or blocking it with our doubts and our fears. You know, I've tried that way, so I know it's not going to work in that way. Yeah. I feel like you've been there. You know what you're doing. It's easier said than done. You know, people may think that they know, but they might not know. But you will find justice and balance when you're meant to. So don't worry about it. I do see you going places. You are going through a transformation. You just have to know within you, like, the new beliefs that are going to align to that. Like, I can't continue, like, figure out, like, what I'm valuable. I'm worthy. I deserve love. I deserve someone that's showing up right now. I'm not going to wait anymore. I want someone that's willing to be here today. And it doesn't have to be him or anybody in particular. It's just going to be whoever's best for me. And like sometimes we just have to slowly wean ourselves off of the old way of thinking and being and creating. You know, sometimes we have little habits that are really blocking us from manifesting because we're not trusting. But I do feel like you're going to see a good outcome. I'm not sure with him or someone else, but I feel like the best outcome is going to come from your balance and your well-being within yourself, and seeing through the veil and knowing, like, okay, I've had lessons to learn. It's time for me to cut away from this. I got to liberate myself, and that's going to help me to get moving forward quickly. But definitely call on Archangel Michael and cut those old cords, rest and rejuvenate, and invite in the healing that is needed so you can break away from this, because I feel like you kind of just tied up in some false things that aren't really working at this time for you. And when you do, you're going to be shocked. You know, better outcomes are coming. Yeah, subconscious beliefs. So listen to meditations at night. Write down beliefs, like write down like affirmations, write down like gratitude stuff, because that's going to help you to move forward and get what you would like to have. You know, like, I'm worthy of love. I am moving on. I am receiving, like, I'm attracting the one. The person I'm meant to be with is here. Like, you know what? I can't come up with all of them off the top of my head, but you can even just Google, like, what's the best affirmations to attract in the true love that I'm supposed to have? And that will help. You're welcome. All right, Existential Tarot. How about L and M? What? Hi, I want to ask what I can expect for the coming year. What is L and M? I want to ask what I can expect for the coming years. Oh, L and M for the names. I'm like, what are you talking about? I want to ask what I can expect for the coming year. I'm like, L and M, hold on. All right, let me see. What can Monica expect for the coming year? You okay? So I've got, hold on, I gotta give her something. You okay, Cindy? Oh, now you're gonna stop? All right. I swear she messes with me. Sometimes I don't know if it's real or if she's just trying to get my attention. So attachment we have, I feel like you're taking off the mask. You're taking off the attachments. You're clearing out things that were no longer serving you, and you're blossoming into abundance, okay? We have the woman holding the heart. I feel like you're learning how to love yourself. You're learning how to break free from limitations. You're learning how to cut the cords, you know, how to break out of the chains of limitation, how to let go of the obstacle. Yeah, look at, oh my goodness. Look at that. There's the chains of limitations. You're learning how to break free of like your own addictions, your own codependent beliefs, your own emotional baggage. That's why I always say, like, a lot of times the people that come into these, they're here for a reason. They're hearing the messages for a reason. There's something that a lot of us, like, we're vibrational beings, right? So it's like these messages usually work across our collective because we're part of a collective. We're brought to each other for a reason. And I feel like all of these obstacles, all of these chains, all of these things that have been codependent, emotionally bagged, like emotional baggage, all of that stuff, we're letting it go. And we're going to find justice and balance because of that. But it's because we're learning how to love ourselves. We're allowing the abundance to come in. We're allowing our truth to be heard. We're taking the mask off and we're breaking free. See how she's got that little chain there? That's why I was like, oh my God, because I was like, the chain. And then I saw this underneath this one. And it's like we're literally breaking free of the chains that bind, of the limitations, of the things that have helped us all tied up, and we're figuring out the right strategy for us to do this. So we're finding our strength, and we're opening up the door to the value because we value ourselves, so we attract people who will also value us, which means we'll have better relationships, caring connections, and, you know, attracting a man that's going to be like as valuable as you are. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, look at that was on the bottom. I was like, attracting a man as valuable as you are. It's the same. They're the two. They've been. This is the thing. So you're doing that. That's what you can expect this year. You're breaking out of the bullshit, and you're gonna find someone that's just as valuable as you. But it's because you know your value. It's because you found the strategy that you needed to heal. You rested and rejuvenated. You got the clarity, and you called on Archangel Michael, and you're like, cut the goddamn cords so that I can find balance, so that I'm not undecided anymore in balanced places with a bunch of hostile motherfuckers. I'm walking away, and I'm doing what's best for me. And I'm avoiding all the storms, you know. I'm putting an end to that chapter, and now the world is mine to do what I need to do. But the strategy is important. So, and I see the little pen thing there. So I do feel like writing is also important for you. Write down, like I started thinking the other day, a guy who ended up on TV because he wrote down he wanted to be on TV, and he became on TV, and he was doing 90-day fucking things. So he was putting out like what he wanted to happen within 90 days. He's like, this is what's going to happen in these 90 days. Like, I'm going to be the most popular person on this show. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do like, but writing it in the way of scripting, you know, and if you're unsure about that, look it up and see like, what's the best scripting thing, but strategy. Your magic is in your writing. Regardless if you do it for fucking work or not, your magic is in your writing. You need to write things down as if they're already here. I met the man of my dreams. And date it 90 days from now. Whatever today is, what is 90 days from today? Write it as like, I met the man of my dreams on the way to work today. Like, just write it as what it is that you want is already here, and then you will receive it. And also work on loving yourself and knowing that you are worthy of love. And the angel of love is here to help you, and also continue to opening up your third eye without fear about it. Because I know sometimes you freak out of like, oh, I saw this. It's just spirit. You just have a connection. Don't let it become hostile. Don't let it become like evil. Don't let it become bad. Trust and know that you have a gift. Strategize that too. Like, I'm learning how to trust my gifts. I'm learning how to see with my ancient eyes. I'm learning how to trust what I see with my ancient eyes. I'm learning to not catastrophize what I see with my ancient eyes. I'm learning how to not like run to the logical aspect of things. I'm learning how to not assume the worst. I'm learning how to not worry about everybody else but myself, you know, and keep doing that for yourself, because I feel like that's how you're going to continue to love yourself, and that's how you're going to continue to find the new possibilities and open up the new doors to heal from your broken heart and to heal from all the limitations, so that your door to personal healing and happiness can open, and you can find joy, peace, happiness, harmony, humor, collaboration, and all the right things with the people, cleaning up what doesn't work for you anymore. Yes, I have been seeing way too many faces since the last moon around the 31st. See, I didn't even know that, but I assumed that the cards would be showing me that for a reason. You have the gift, and we are in, like, this is the time that the veil is the thinnest, so it's not to be, like, you know, don't think that it's just, like, crazy. Here, take it. Trust and know that it's okay. There's like, you're not the only one. The veil is thin. There's a reason we're all seeing shit right now. I've been seeing stuff. I've been feeling stuff. I've been knowing stuff. Okay? Is that enough? There we go. But yeah, that just happens this time of year, so don't worry about it. Some were angry, so I got frustrated. And also call in spirit to protect you too. Like, if you're nervous or if you're attracting things like that. But also remember, like, sometimes what we attract around us is like stuff that we're feeling too. But you can call on Archangel Michael, like, you should have the vortex up 24/7, and you should be like re-anchoring it on a regular basis. Like every day you should be anchoring that vortex and protecting yourself, and letting spirit know what your boundaries are. Like, I don't mind seeing stuff, but I want to make sure that I'm comfortable with it. I don't want to see scary stuff. I don't want to see stuff that's like whatever. And like, you can even set times. You can even tell spirit, like, I don't want to see this shit right now. These members readings, no, this, I was doing free readings for people tonight, and people who donate go to the top of the list, but I am almost done because I've been on for a couple hours now. But I'm gonna do a couple more, and then I'll be on every Monday night. This is the Bridget Rau Tarot channel. So the Divine Essentials channel is the one that does the members readings. There's no membership on this channel at the moment, but yes, you're welcome. All right, so let me see. I want to make sure if anybody's still here. Let's see. I think Melissa, you just got here, and Songs of Starlight, you're here. So yes, you can ask a question, and Melissa and Songs of Starlight, I think, will be the last two. I don't know. Okay, let me do Sammy, and then I'll do Melissa, and then Songs of Starlight. So put your questions down, and then if other people pop in, let them know that these are the last ones, because we've been on for a couple hours now. So Sammy Howell, what do I need to know now or focus on in general? What do you need to know now or focus on in general? What do you need to know now or focus on in general? All right, so we got memories, remembering, magical power, a new event or happening. I feel like the crow may be significant for you at this time. We also have the number 22 coming through. I feel like something magical is happening. You have power at this time, which is kind of like for everybody right now. We got the 11/11 portal. We got Pleiadian lineup coming in the 15th to the 20th. This is a very powerful time to manifest. This is a very powerful time to turn things in your favor. So yeah, transformation is here for people. If you've been restless, if you've been like unsure about things, or if you've been really tired, I feel like we're going to be more adapt at this point. We're going to be ready to renovate. We're going to be ready to have a procreation. We're going to be ready to see a multiply in a sudden increase in our value, in our like what we're receiving, what we're attracting. You may even be invited out, or you might end up attracting some sort of like event, or going to some sort of event, which is going to help you to become more self-confident too. I feel like there's people that are going to come into your life. Like, there's a lot of opportunities, a lot of new things that are coming into your life at this time. Like, you're meeting people, or you're meeting aspects of yourself that's going to help you to be purpose-driven, getting things done, and become more reliable for yourself, so that you can have happiness, harmony, and beauty. All right, so it's a good time to be creative. It's a good time to focus on love and warmth, and to rise above anything that's been holding you back. Yeah, it's a time to be purpose-driven and motivated to get things done. But I do feel like you're going to be getting a lot of things done. You're going to be attracting in love. You're going to be attracting in more reliable people. You're going to have a sudden increase in your finances. It's just a good time. It's a good time. It's a turning point. So pay attention to 22. Pay attention to the crow. Pay attention to birds in general. But know that good stuff is on its way. You're going to be like successful, leading the pack. Yep, look at that, more money. This is like investments, prosperous income, like a large quantity, things multiplying. This is being like driven and getting it done, finishing first. You're going to be winning in everything you do, but you need to believe that, trust that, and feel that. And I feel like it's justice for a time of like things not being so good. All right. Okay, Melissa sent one. All right, I'm gonna do the Songs of Starlight real quick, and Melissa, you can let me know what your questions are. Will my person communicate soon with me, and what does he feel towards me right now? All right, so Songs of Starlight, will your person communicate? We have you here with the Chariot and the Hermit. We have resisting change, hardworking, helpful, critical, exacting, nitpicky. I feel like this person's kind of like resisting change at this time. Are you okay? What's going on? Do you need a drink? I don't know. I feel like she starts doing more when I'm talking, because she's like, pay attention to me. They all want their dinner right now too. So you are the, I feel like this is you. I feel like there's a resistance within change at this time. So like if is he gonna communicate soon? I'm not so sure at the moment, okay? Just because it's like a resistance here. Self-protective, contemplative. I feel like he's just kind of holding back. Yeah, we got a lot of doubts. We got a lot of thoughts in the head that it's like unclear, confusion, undecided. All right, so it's like, yeah, there's obstacles, undecided. I don't really know. I'm kind of standing on my own. You know what I mean? And I just feel like there's some reason for that. There's some reason that this person's holding back. How do they feel towards you? Yes, it's slow, I feel. Yes. So they do feel like a perseverance with you, a willpower. There's like a love, like a harmony. Yeah, look, I just said a love and then I flipped that. I do feel like they care about you. I do feel like they want to have effective communication with you. They do want to persevere with you, but they don't know how to at this moment, okay? They don't know how to communicate with you. They don't know how to have victory with you. I feel like they do want to transform what's happening at this time, but they're trying to avoid any issues. They're trying to use tact and diplomacy, and they're being vigilant at this time. So how else do they feel about you? We have accomplished, again with the Hermit, being reserved. I feel like they care about you, but they don't know how to like come out of this energy. They see you as someone that's wise, compassionate, beautiful, like the culmination of a lifetime too. So they may see you as like the person they want to fulfill themselves with, like the person that they would like to have a happy ending with. But I do feel like they have stuff going on under the surface that they need to heal. They see you as very intuitive and artistic, compassionate, sympathetic, perceptive, and tender, and all of that. I think they see you as someone that could help them to rise out of negativity. But at the time, they're just having an issue with like challenging what's going on right now. Yeah, they're in a stalemate. They're standoffish, and it's like they're having a hard time. So in your energy, I would just focus on knowing where you're going and being faithful and migrating, relocating, being dependable for yourself, and continue to be curious and adaptable in your own life. Like I've been talking to other people tonight about, like, you know, figuring out what's working for you, figuring out how to be magnetic in your own life, figuring out how to illuminate your chemistry and be someone like, you know, that's feeling good and receptive and open, and learning like why am I attracting what's happening in my life? Why is this circumstance what's going on? You know, like, what is my attachment style? What happened in my childhood? What may have happened in my past lives? Why do I keep attracting people or circumstances where it's like, you know, this type of thing is happening? Yeah, what's an attachment that I have? So I can open the door to personal healing and happiness. How can I let go of that attachment? I really need to reflect on this, think about this, and heal anything connected to this. So my broken heart and all of that can be fixed, and I can, again, heal any restraints that are in my finances and my value and worth. Because your finances could also just be like your value and worth on yourself. Like, I feel like you just need a little bit more patience and to know that there are other opportunities for action to be made, and for healing to occur. But you just need to be a little like resourceful at this time, clever at this time, and figuring out what's going on. All right, so I got it. My first question is, what can I keep working on internally to further develop my psychic abilities? If any past life want to pop up to assist, then yes. All right, so my first question is, what can I keep working on internally to further develop my psychic abilities? All right, what can she keep working on to further her psychic abilities? What can she keep working on to further her psychic abilities? So we have Rainbow Warrior and Earth Keeper coming through with meditation. I feel like they want you to just remember that you have been sent to protect Mother Earth. You've come for the Great Awakening to unite humanity. So, like, to remember that, like, that's what you're here for. So, like, stop assuming that, like, you're not ready, right? You're already ready. You're a Rainbow Warrior. You're here. Meditate on what's the next path for me to do. Like, what's the best thing that I, like, what do you want to do? You know, how can I be in service? And then trust what Spirit tells you, right? I've been focusing on myself. Thank you. You're welcome. You are here to enjoy life and love freely, okay? Like, you're supposed to enjoy your life. And there's a myriad of ways for you to serve. There's a myriad of ways for you to meditate. There's a myriad of ways for you to continue to heal, and to develop your psychic abilities, but, like, also believe in that your psychic abilities are already there. You know, like, they're already there. If I meditate, that's the best way to continue to receive the messages from Spirit. That's like, that's a main thing. Go fucking Google it, man. They're going to tell you, meditate, meditate, meditate. Anything that anybody ever asks within all of this shit, 7th chakra stuff, within your spiritual thing, meditate, meditate, meditate. That's what we do. We meditate, we write, we trust, we chant. But like even when we're chanting, that's meditative. That's like gum gane pate e namaha. What the hell is going on, man? She doesn't do this usually for this long. Are you okay? What's going on? Are you okay? Why do you stop when I come near you? What's going on? Okay? Just 1 minute. 1 more minute. They all want their food. But yeah, keep doing automatic writing, keep doing like meditation, chanting, channeling with your voice. That type of stuff is going to help you to deepen your spiritual connection. And like I talked to you before, like do the Reiki 1 class, you know, keep learning. That's the best thing to do, is keep learning and then keep applying. But like if you don't have anybody to do Reiki on, you don't have anybody to do a reading on, you don't have anybody near you, you can literally just practice on yourself by meditating with intention of like, what's the next step for me? Like, how does spirit want me to be in service, you know? And also be patient and know that it doesn't happen over time. But they're saying to be an energy healer, and we just talked about this. Like, you can shift frequencies. This is a divine channel, channeling energy through our hands to others. You can channel energy through your hands into your writing. You can channel your energy into, like, that's an energy healer is an energy reader. An energy reader and an energy healer, anything they do is going to be healing. That's why like my candles work. That's why like my fucking sprays work. That's why like it's all interconnected. Like when I send a crystal off to someone, I charge that shit up. When I, you know, make one of these things, I charge it up. When I make these things, I charge it up. Like but it's just allowing yourself to start channeling and trusting and meditating, and it's all in one. Because like when I do healing on someone, I'm meditating. When I'm like automatic writing, it's like a meditative state. When I'm chanting, it's like a meditative state. It's all just like letting go of thinking and just like allowing. But keep allowing and things will get better for you. And then let's see. But you can connect, yeah. And so inner child came through. I feel like there's something with your inner child, which I think we've said this before. We know ancient Egypt with you. But this is like the past life deck. I feel like something has happened to you in maybe even in this life or another life, but it's like something happened where it's like your inner child needs healing. So your inner child needs to create, your inner child needs to trust, your inner child needs to just allow yourself. Like I feel like with this, like the mystery schools, you may have been in a circumstance where it was like there was all these fucking rules and there was all these regulations and there's all these technical ways of being, and they had the book and you had to go by the book. Well, that's not how we do shit no more. Okay, that's not how we do shit. Not where I am. All right, where I am, I just do whatever the fuck I want when I want, and through intention. I'm not like, okay, there's one eye of this and blah blah blah. Like even when I make my sprays and stuff with my aromatherapy, I'm an advanced aromatherapist. I know all the stuff up here, but like I still eye it. I still like I'm sure that one twin flame spray to the other is gonna have a little bit more rose and a little bit more, like some people are gonna get one that's, everybody loves it, they come back, they get more of it, but I know like I'm not putting the exact amount of drops in every single time. Like it's not a specific science. It's a trusting, it's a flowing, it's a knowing. It's just what is. And it's like that's the best way to be. You know, like what am I supposed to do if I'm, oh no, I put an extra drop in, throw all that out? Fuck that. No, that shit's expensive. You just go with what feels good, with your passion, what feels good. But I feel like you may have been in a school where it was like there was all these fucking rules and books and things like that, and it's like it's limiting you in this life because you keep asking like, what do I need to do, how do I do? And I feel like you already know inside of you, like you don't need a book, you can write the book. Fucker who wrote a book. So trust your starseed, you have good stuff, you don't have to have the directions given to you. All right, so what is the other any second question, any love present around me at the moment, and if the guy appears that I asked about last time, then that's okay. Love-based question. Okay, so let's see. What's going on? All right, yeah, so I see wishes coming true, falling in love, hope, dreams, inspired, providence, miracles. I know what you want, man. Like, you know, I know what your emotions are. I know who you're thinking about. Like I said, like I said to someone earlier tonight, like, you can't lie to the universe. So like, I know what you want. You know what you want. We all know what you want. But things are breaking down at this time. You're alchemizing. I feel like you do also need to be listening to your fucking heart and soul, because spirit has told you, like you're like, I'm interested in working with herbs and stuff, so do it. Stop waiting, start taking action. If you want him to start taking action, if you want him to be the emperor and a pioneer, an initiator and assertive and all that, you need to be that way too. Same thing with like, what should I do to strengthen up here? Initiate it. Believe in yourself. Trust. Take the action that spirit is guiding you to do. Meditate. Go within, and that's how you be the healer of the ages. But like, when it comes to love, it's the same. It's going to be the same across the board for all of us. Whatever we're doing in this area, that area, usually kind of manifests in all areas, because we're energetic beings. So it's like, some stuff works, some stuff doesn't. But it's time to take things and turn them into something. It's time for you to start doing your work, you know, like your spell work, your healing, your emotion, allowing yourself to trust what you feel guided to do, and then being inspired by spirit, and being inspired by the stars, and being inspired and cutting out the doubts, the fears, and all of that. I don't understand what the fuck is going on, man. What is going on? What's the matter? Why are you doing that? You okay? What's going on? Oh my god. She usually only coughs for like a couple seconds and then she's done. But I don't know. She's gotta go to the fucking vet. She's gotta go to the vet. It's just getting worse. So yeah, anything that we have in one area of our life, it usually goes across the other areas. But with the Hermit here, this is about analytical, hardworking, intelligent, reserved, critical, exacting, nitpicky. I feel like, don't be nitpicky within any area. When it comes to like this, like your spiritual stuff or love, like just allow whatever's going to be. And I feel like that's going to help him to step into his thing. Like, the more that you're confident, the more that you're ready to do what you need to do in your own life, and the more that you trust that like what you're being guided to do, the easier it is going to be to attract in all other areas. Like, that's going to be easier to attract in love. That's going to be easier to attract in the romance. That's going to be easy to communicate your truth and for you to hear the truth from him. So what else do we need to know about love? We also have financial constraints, which we've already seen this coming through. So like, I'm not going to avoid the fact that we know who we're talking about. We know where your heart lies right now. We know that he has financial constraints. So that is blocking his door to abundance, or his door to abundance and love, because men want to have themselves, like, they want to have abundance. They want to be able to provide. They want to be able to protect. They want to be able to do something good for you. And I feel like right now he feels like he needs to heal that. He wants to become a man that's holding a coin before he's a man within a caring connection. So on your side, keep working on yourself, keep working on your spiritual growth, keep working on your coins, and breaking the ties and the things and the doubts and the fears and all the stuff that needs to be done on your side, walking away from any hostilities, walking away from any imbalances, because when you find balance in your life and you make the decisions in your life and you feel like, I know who I am, I know what I've got, I know what I bring to the table, and I'm fucking balanced and I'm awesome, that's when things are going to work out for you, and that's when the temple will like arrive. That's when like everything's going to be able to be good within, that's when the door opens. But right now, it's like we got to find the right possibilities, the right doorways, and let go of the old energies and the old stuff that's not serving us. But there is a cornucopia available to you at this time, where it's like, this is the stepping stones, these are the doorways, this is the way to heal, so I know you've had stuff going on in like your first chakra, he's got stuff going on in his first chakra, we're both healing that, and we're going to go up to the second chakra and heal that, and so on and so forth and so forth, and we're going to work on appreciating ourselves and appreciating on what we already have, and finding the strength to continue down the path, and trusting our own choices, and trusting our own gnosis, trusting what we feel guided to do, because we know that's going to bring us to that doorway. We don't need to be anxious. We don't need to worry. We don't need to wonder. We don't need to like try so hard. We just need to take action towards what feels right with the right strategy. And like what I've told other people tonight, same type of messages. Write things down. Put yourself in that 90-day thing. Like 90 days from today, this happened, that happened, this happened. And start manifesting and seeing what you can manifest so that you can balance things out and attract in the outcome that you want. But I feel like for him at this time, you just need to be patient because he's working on his money, he's working on his finances, and he's got anxiety. So it's like he's not really ready for love at this moment, but it doesn't mean that he doesn't care. He just needs to work on those things because I feel like he doesn't feel like he's ready. He doesn't have enough to offer. He needs to balance things out. And when he does, that cornucopia will be available and you can receive the love from him. But also in the meantime, I know your heart's not with anybody else. You're not thinking about anybody else. So it's okay. You know, I feel like in the meantime, don't even focus on love. Just focus on you. Focus on growing up here, growing in here, and working on like, I'm valuable, I'm beautiful, I'm amazing, I'm deserving, I'm worthy, I'm living my best life. Like, I know you want to get out of your parents' house. Like just work on those goals. And like, I don't mean like don't let love in at all. Just like take off any like emphasis around it, you know? Just be like, whatever. Like, I know love is on its way. I know love is going to be here when it's most meant to be. I know that I'm worthy of love. Like, work on that for now and work on the other stuff that you're trying to manifest for now. Go on the journey. Life is a journey. It's not like a quick stop here and there and everybody's like, okay, get the boyfriend, get the house, get this, because that's how we end up in places we don't want to fucking be. And then we have to be like, oh, fuck, I got to get rid of that boyfriend. I got to get rid of that house. I got to get rid of those things because I made the wrong decisions. So just be slow and intentional and knowing that like there's so many possibilities out there for you. Like, but you're the one with the key to open the gate for yourself. But I really feel like you also need to be like deciding things for yourself based off of like what feels good for you, not like what we think other people are gonna like, or not what we think might be like a helpful, and like just do what feels good to you. Okay, sometimes we do things because like, oh, this might make me a lot of money, or oh, if I do this maybe they'll like me better, or oh, someone else said that to me once and I think maybe they might be right, so I'm gonna just make sure that you go on the journey that feels good to you, and that there isn't no like and also like I said with the other stuff, like somebody wrote the first book and other people were like, yeah, so you can write the first book for you. We don't have to know what other people did to be successful in our own path. We can be the one that leads the way with our own book. We can go towards victory. But trust and know that, and don't compare and contrast yourself with others, because you could become the healer of the ages with a whole new thing that nobody's ever done before, nobody's ever thought about, because you've allowed yourself to. But a lot of people will never do that because they're like, well, what did they do? How did they do it? So allow yourself to trust and know, yeah, by your emotion, what feels good to you, Queen of Cups, and that's going to attract in love, that's going to attract in prosperity, and what's valuable to you, like where's your integrity lie. Like when I do readings for people, I want to make sure that I'm not hurting them, I'm not entertaining them in the wrong direction, I'm not lying to them. Like, it's not just about getting money, you know what I mean? Like that's the stuff that I'm very like, oh, we don't do that, that's not a good idea. Also reassessing goals and changing plans. Be adaptable and knowing like stuff can, sometimes we have shocking stuff happens, but if we're adaptable, it's not that big. Like, especially like for me, example, right? Like if this channel just decided to go away, I have other channels, I have other places, I have other things that it's like, I've diversified my fucking stuff. So we can do that in a myriad of ways, So I feel like they're saying to like keep your options open to reassessing your goals on a regular basis. Like every 90 days, if something didn't manifest from that 90-day thing, like in 90 days from today, blah, 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 if that didn't happen, reassess it and write it again in a new way so that you can attract it in. Without being like, oh no, I didn't get it, blah, blah, blah. Must mean I'm like, blah, blah, blah. I give up. We don't want to do that because then we'll never get the outcomes. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. I have to get it as well. I think she's all right. Now she's fucking stopped. This is what I mean. Like, she'll cough and then she'll stop. But then, like, she's never coughed that long, ever. Like, it's like when I'm fucking live, I don't know if it's like she's like trying to get my attention. I know they're all hungry right now. And she gets like amped up at dinner time. But Jesus Christ, man. That was like, it really bothers me. It pulls on me. And I'm like, I want to go fix it. I want to go fix it. But like, I can't fucking fix it. And she acts like she's okay, and then she's I don't know, I gotta take her to the fucking vet. But I know like when I've looked up all the stuff with the vet, there's not much that they do for it either. I think I might have to, I don't know. I feel like I might have to put her down and I don't really want to, so I've been trying to avoid it, but I also want her to be comfortable. It's been a difficult week. We don't pay attention to other men. Yeah. Usually picky when men. Venus, yes. It's not linear. Oh, yes, it does. Thank you. Resonated big time. I know. Because she's older. She's itchy. Like, there's like a culmination of things happen at once. Like, she's so fucking itchy all over the place. Now, she has one of those things that fucking Honey Bunny had. Hers is a lot smaller than Honey Bunny's was, but, like, it's gonna have to come off. She had all of her breasts taken off before. All of them were taken off. And now it's to prevent this, to prevent these fucking things coming. And now she has one. And now she's itchy everywhere. She's itchy under here. She's itchy under here. I gave her another bath today. And then she started coughing out of nowhere. And it's like she's always had the cough after drinking, but like now she's like coughing more regularly. So it's like I've been really trying to be mindful about that, and like I'm trying not to use too much of this stuff, and I'm trying to like, limit how I pick her up because they're very temperamental how you pick them up anyways. And like, I don't know. I gotta take her to the vet, and I just feel like at this point I don't know what's gonna happen because she's so old and I don't know what's going on with her. But we'll see what happens. So yeah, I'm gonna go feed them now that she's stopped. This is what happens too. It's like she'll cough and then she stops, and then when I get off, she's like, or I'll, you know what I mean? They always do this stuff to me. Sometimes I think it's to get my attention. But she'll wake me up in the middle of the night. Like the last week, she wakes me up like twice in the middle of the night. She comes to my side of the bed because but she likes the honey that I've been giving her. So I'm like, do you just want honey, or is there really something wrong with you? It's hard to tell because they're very smart dogs. They're very smart dogs. They know what they're doing most of the time. Mona Man knows how to manipulate me. They all know how to manipulate me. There's a lot of them. They get their way every day. Honey used to, yeah, and I got like a new one that's like a specific kind for the Northeast, and it's got all the stuff in it to get rid of the fucking, because I know this is allergies. The itchy stuff is allergies, but she's never been that itchy before. I think it might be cancer. I don't know though. Like, I don't think this thing is cancer. I think she might have cancer in like her throat or something. That's I hate having my fucking intuition. I hate having my intuition. Because it's like I kind of already know, but I don't want to know, It's just like weird. Like, she's very itchy here. She's coughing. And I'm like, Manuka honey. Yeah, that stuff's so expensive too. There's like a $22 one at my grocery store, but I got one that's like, it's the Northeast, all of the flowers in this area. And the honey definitely helps. Like, she's not coughing at all right now. But when she drinks, she's always coughed after she drinks. I just got to take her in. I know they're not going to be able to fix if it's a tracheal thing, they can't fix that. If it's a cancer thing, I can't afford to fix that. And even if it was, like, I don't think I would put a 15-year-old dog through fucking chemo and all of that, It's probably going to, like, kill her just because it's so, so hard on them, and she's really old. Like, she's not like a little puppy. But we'll see what happens. I was looking up today, like, the different places nearby I could take her to. We used to go to one in our town, but it's like they're fucking astronomically charged every time we went there. And they're the ones that took off all her boobs to prevent this thing from coming, and it came anyways. And when I took her in to get all her fucking teeth out, they left 4 fucking teeth in there that started being fucked up like a week later. So it's like, what are you doing? Like, why are you not we're gonna take all her teeth, but then they leave 4 teeth that are somewhat fucked up that now need to be taken. That's why I get so mad at vets, because they do shit that's like they didn't even ask me. They just told me afterwards. I'm like, if you're taking out all of her teeth because they're fucking not good, take them all out. Don't leave 4 in there that are now gonna stop bothering her a week later. If you're going to take off all her breasts to prevent this fucking thing from happening, then you should fucking have a thing in there that says, now that this thing's on there, you're going to take that off too, because that was a lot of fucking money for that thing. It's never ending when you go in there. That's like Honey Bunny. We just did $1,700 for Honey Bunny to have her thing off. But yeah, I don't like the vets, if you can't tell. I do like them. I know why it's expensive, but I also don't like how they are about certain things because it's like I'm not even gonna get into it because I'll just start getting really mad and yelling about it, and I don't want to talk about it because it just pisses me the fuck off. There's some things that they do that like my way of looking at the world is like that's really fucked up. That's just all monetarily fucking let me get as much money as I fucking can. Where it's like we don't need to do that, and if you ask them, they will fucking tell you you don't need to do it. That you can. And it's just like even logical shit. Like, why are we gonna do this? Like, if your dog has a tumor, take the tumor off. Let's not stick a fucking needle in it, pull out the stuff, and test it to see if it's cancer. Because you're still gonna take it off. Just take it the fuck off. Because now that you've poked it while it's in his body, if it is cancerous, that just spread everywhere. So just take it the fuck off and check it after. Don't let's do a biopsy and see what it is. Take it off. You're gonna biopsy and take it off anyways. But it's like those extra steps that don't need to be fucking done. That's what I don't like. That's what I don't like. One of them things that I don't like. That they do all these extra things that don't need to be done. But I will be back next Monday to do live readings with you guys. Thank you for being here with me tonight. And the playback will be here soon. And I also have lives on the Divine Essentials channel too coming up. I forget the dates, but thank you. One time I took my cat for a urine infection and the vet told me to put him down. Like, what the fuck? I didn't listen to the vet. And my cat lived many more years after he got treatment for it. Crazy. What did they give him for it? I don't like that stuff either. Like, sometimes it's weird. It's weird. Like, sometimes they want to do all this crazy shit that they shouldn't be doing. And other times they're like, oh, fuck you, animal. Just cute it. I had tried to take a animal, like, this was years and years ago. They wouldn't even talk to us unless we had like a check with us at a emergency place because there was an emergency going on. It wasn't even my dog, but it was like, what the fuck? They cleaned him out like a detox. Like with pills or they just run something through him? Yeah, there was a fucking emergency. Like the dog wasn't even walking right. I ended up holding the dog while they were putting the dog down, but it was like, I don't even know what happened for sure, but I moved in with somebody that had a dog that was clearly not okay. And I was like, this dog is not okay. We got to take it somewhere. We took it somewhere, and they were like, they didn't even want to talk to us unless we had a fucking check. But then we found out that the dog was definitely not okay. We ended up having to put the dog to sleep because they were like, even if you do this thing, there's like a 50-50 chance that it's not going to work. And it was like thousands of dollars, like a collapsed lung, a liquid IV, then medicine. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go, and I will be back. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your donations. I will see you guys next week. 21111, now 2221112. In Renee, namaste. Thank you.